The doctor's court, I can't believe I'm doing this, is now in session.
See, when you're not
Presided
here,
over by...
Judge, when you're not here, he likes banging a bunch.
That's the first time
Thank
I've-
you for letting me
play. Yeah. Next time, bring your robe, though.
I will.
Drew wants to wear it really
bet
bad
he
during
does.
our doctor's court. So, this first case on the docket, inmates suing prisons for taking away their pain medications. A group of 18 inmates suing the New York State prison system. Why? The inmates claim they're being forced to live with chronic pain because some meds have become too difficult to get behind bars. The lawsuit specifically names things like tramadol and nerve pain, anticonvulsant medication like gabapentin. These are used for pain control. What are your thoughts about this? And what are your thoughts about limiting opiates and other potentially addictive prescription medications, limiting them in prisons?
Oh, they should be limited, but genuinely, people do need them because their pain is outrageous. Those people get it through a doctor, the prescription's there. In jail, every prisoner is seen by a doctor. If they've got aches and pains and ailments, they get to see the doctor, and the doctor then prescribes those drugs that are necessary. So I would hope that these prisons and the facilities that are holding people have in place checkpoints where if one doctor's saying no, well, let me ask my other doctor, because then what'll happen is prisoners are going to start getting more drugs. They're going to start using those drugs. They're not going to take them. They're going to hide them. They're going to start selling them. They're going to start using them to get other things like cigarettes or whatever else they're going to trade and barter for. So it's all a matter of, do they really need them? And is the doctor saying they need them? And if they do, they should get them.
Well, and that, I mean, the problem is it's all very subjective.
Right.
And, you know,
what's pain to
how
you
did we
may
get
not
in?
be pain to me.
Well, and that's right. And there are many doctors out there who overprescribe highly addictive medications.
Right.
My understanding is that, you know, that if there's a prison medical staff that does prescribe a prescription, even if there's potential for abuse, that it is still allowed. I don't know anything about this specific scenario. So I think what you're saying is you would rule in favor of the inmates if they were deemed to need these medications.
Absolutely.
But I would like to believe that prison systems are also implementing what a lot of clinics are implementing in America, and that is alternative treatments for pain. We know that in many instances, quite frankly, ibuprofen and acetaminophen are just as effective, if not better, than opiates at treating pain. And no one wants to read those studies because everyone's convinced, you know, that, well, opiates are better. Well, that's not so true. We know that things like acupuncture can work. We know there's so many different elements, and I would hope that in these prisons that that all of these options are
unfortunately,
considered.
Mary, you've instructed us, and it's true that so many of these criminals do have an addiction and drug use
Well, and they're
background.
master manipulators.
Master manipulators,
Absolutely.
and the medical staff there knows that, and for that reason, they're going to be reluctant to prescribe stuff.
Right.
Yet, people are entitled to.
So,
And
I
then
mean,
it
this would
takes
be
away from
interesting.
the people who do need it.
Yeah.
This,
You know?
I think it's too difficult to rule on this without being in that court.